Good evening, people. You will have seen this is part 2. It's the Ligera, God knows, Corona in a way. 3.2 versus the 4.5. So we don't mess up, Michelle's going to do the pouring because she said she'd rather pour than talk to the camera with nothing standing there, which I get that, but then I can come out of a lot of rubbish because I do, as you know. So she's going to go and first get the top machine, which is the 3.2.
Okay, let's go and get that.
You see? So, and then obviously because we're in here rather than in the bar, the machine hasn't been pouring great. I won't close it. The machine hasn't been pouring great. But obviously it's in 2. It's easier for us to stand in here because obviously the last video we did the Corona Ligera on its own and it went on for a lot longer than what we thought, hence why doing a separate video with this, and then obviously we can edge the lime in it as well. So basically you've got your 3.2 Corona and your 4.5 Corona. So that will be the idea, and we'll see obviously how they go. It's all right, see? I was getting worried about you then, thought you'd run off with my Corona. So this is the middle one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, so this is your 3.2, which obviously we've done a review of that, and we've both been, how can I put it, very different in both our thoughts, our scores and everything. Hopefully you watched that one already by the time I put this one up, because as I say, it is what it is. The first thing I'll point out, in case you haven't watched the other video, they could have done proper glasses. This is Corona extra glass. That is just cheap, isn't it, to not even change the glass to it. A company like AB InBev, of their multitude, could have really done that. As you can see, it's a pretty well poured pint, despite what I said about the machine on the last one. For some reason, it appears to have settled down. The next one probably will be more lively, unless she takes ages and pours it a little bit over, because it was a brand new one. Yeah, as I was just saying, which is to be expected because it's a brand new one. I said, unless she does a proper pour, but, you know, don't say Corona's not lively. There you go. As you can see.
There's your proof on that. That is first pour out.
So that'll tell you that it, unfortunately, is something you can't avoid on these things. That one was a bit lively on the second pour. The only thing that we're trying to the only assumption here is I'm saying that when you're on a clean palate, there's not that much in them. Going back to the bottle, and now all these people that will drink this 4.5, including Michelle, will say, oh, I'm not drinking that, it's 3.2, but when you stick a lime in it, especially if you'd had a couple, it goes back to a past video. Check yourself, I'm not going to say what, but there's not that much in it. Yeah, you can call it pea water, and I get that. I get that a lot of people feel aggrieved that this keg's come out, and Michelle's already described her thoughts on the keg in the last video, which I understand as well, which a lot of you will agree with. But I'm looking at the reviewer side, and it was what I paid for.
Yeah, I don't know if we sampled these head by head from bottles last time.
We did, yeah.
For me, that's a little bit of the mind over matter, because drinking Corona from a Corona bottle always tastes better for me. That's just a personal thing.
She's good with that. I like it.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to be really fair to these. I'm going to give them a really good go and just see.
I like it. I like it. That was smart. That was a grammar school education coming through there.
Just how it is for me.
Fair enough. It's only a subjective opinion. We had quite a lot of, as I say, quite a lot of differences in the first video, which sometimes is going to happen.
Okay. If I can ever get through the phone to the actual beer, I'll try. Okay.
The phone's sometimes the best part. We haven't pondered them. Straight away I can tell. Go on, what you can say?
No, go on, you try it.
No, you can speak while I'm trying.
Okay, right. For me, there's a distinct difference. The first one, it is just ultra light. It is so light. I don't taste anything in there. I think I described it as having it being like fizzy water with a couple of teaspoons of some generic lager chucked in, and it is still like that. At least with the original Corona, it does actually taste like you're having a beer. Yeah, a really light bodied beer, which is what it's meant to be.
So's the other one.
I don't, as I said in the video, I don't think that it's disgusting. It just doesn't taste of anything. And when you've already got Corona and Corona Zero on the machine, I don't see why they felt the need to bring this one out.
Because you're giving them the middle end of the spectrum. You have the 4.5, you now have the 3.2, as well as the 0. That didn't go much better.
I want a lighter beer. I just think Corona already is a lighter beer. This middle one just makes no sense to me.
It's very, very popular around Europe, as well as worldwide.
This is just my personal opinion.
Exceeded the Corona Premier. I get, as I say, I get her opinion, but as I said in the last video, for me, it's all right. I tried it originally after Left, which was a bad move. Obviously Left, and that was Left on the keg, the 6.6. Completely different ball game, which I'm not going to go into all that. But this, God, it's gassy. Well, I tried to sip a bit down while I was out there. You know, when you're trying to pour a load in, when it's coming out lively.
If you say to me you can't notice a difference, I'm going to call you Pinocchio.
There's not that much in it.
Oh, they're blimmin' wellies. I'm sorry. I know I'm calling you Pinocchio. Everyone could have their own record. There is a distinct taste difference.
There's not that much in it.
It does. One tastes like fizzy water. The other one tastes like a really light-bodied lager with a hint of citrus. It actually has,
they both got
as anyone who's ever tried Corona, and I would imagine most people
a
have.
lovely sweet Mexican maltiness to them. They both
There's no
deliver.
maltiness in that other one.
There is.
There isn't.
There is. Right, I'm going to add the limes. I'm not going to blind test her, because if you look back in our videos, there's another little secret on there, but there you go, just saying. When you squeeze the lime, I always say to people, don't just chuck the lime in, give it a good old squeeze, put a bit of welly into it, and drop it in. You're getting a full flavour from your lime.
You are.
Well, I like to, you can tell you cut these. She's not as professional as me in the old cutting. Get the old lime in. Oh, blimey. Lucky I didn't go over her. I'd never have heard the last of it, would I?
I don't mind smelling the lime. Lime's quite pleasant.
Right, there we go. Right. I do like lime.
You're not going to taste anything now after doing that.
Well, I didn't want you to do it because you've got cuts on your finger.
Yeah, no.
You don't want. That's one thing you don't want. Now, with the lime effect, which you always get with these drinks, there is literally nothing in this rubbish. Oh, this.
Now the cheese coming out.
That's not meant to come out like that.
Okay.
Now go on. There's not a lot in it. Oh, in these top quality drinks.
You have definitely got more of a malty backbone on the original Corona.
But not that much.
Not that much. You're not going to have that much. It's a really light-bodied, light
But
Mexican lager. You're never going to.
But it's a 3.2. If you've got work in the morning, some people have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like me some mornings, and work and graft. You don't have to.
I'd go and have your favourite soft drink. It's probably cheaper.
Some of us have to go on the graft. Some of us have things to do. Some people have to drive miles. I'm fortunate enough not to have to drive, but some people have to drive miles.
Have a cup of tea. Have a cup of decaf.
That's in the morning. I don't want a decaf coffee at night. You have a couple
if I wanted fizzy water with lime in it, I'd go and have fizzy water with lime in it.
It's nothing like fizzy water.
And it's nothing like having a beer.
It is a beer. This is a beer. If it wasn't a beer, they'd be nicked for trade description.
I could get a fizzy water out of the fridge, drop a couple of bits of yellow food colouring in there and a piece of lime and give you that and tell you that and you'd be quite happy.
You don't feel the love, do you? She has an issue because of it's not really high.
I really don't get the
alcohol.
purpose of this.
I think, and I said in the last video, if a lot more people, including myself, drank a lot more of this, there'd be a lot less. It'd be more of a world that John Lennon wanted, and that was a world of peace and a world of love. For me, this drink is only enhancing that in the UK because you've got all these idiots, me being one sometimes, not very often, obviously, but you've got all these idiots that can't handle their beer.
They're going to go and go out and get trolleyed on the river.
No, they're not. Oh,
I can't see it.
but people do, yeah.
How can they? They must drink a hell of a lot of it.
She's missing the point. She's very irate today.
I'm not irate.
You are irate.
You're just...
No, I'm telling you the truth.
What was it the word you used? I think the word began with S and ended in T, didn't it?
No, I didn't say that, no, not at all. No, you got the words wrong. Get your words right, you see. When you're going to contradict what someone's saying, remember. Remember. No.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's not unpleasant. You're not going to drink it and spit it out and go, God, that's gross.
Oh.
But you're not going to go, you're probably going to go, what does it taste of? Unless you put a lime in it.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it was
taste
all right
of.
without the lime. It was just a lager.
All my opinion. That's basically what my opinion is trying to say. There's nothing to this at all, barring a bit of fizz. There's no real flavour there at all.
No power.
There's definitely no power.
But again, it's a difference of opinion. I've always liked a Corona. I've had the P taken out of me in countless Facebook groups, even on YouTube. I've got Corona seats that I imported 4 or 5 years ago from New York, and there was a reason behind that because I was a huge Corona fan. The back bar was actually named the Corona Bar.
As a light style,
It is
Mexican
brilliant.
lager, I really enjoy it. From the bottle with the lime in the top. Love it, especially in the heat. I enjoy it. It's that lightweight one you can enjoy in the sun and it doesn't knock you for six. I enjoy it. I don't get the place for that one. I just don't.
You've drank enough of it.
If you don't want to drink alcohol,
We've ordered a lot of it.
drink the
I was going to say, the normal Corona we've ordered loads of.
No, I'm talking about this middle one.
Sometimes people like a lighter option. You know, I don't get the whole thing of the lighter options. I don't get the lowering of alcohol, but giving people a lighter option, I have no problem with.
Okay, so
it's
you're
the lowering.
About caffeinated coffee, decaffeinated coffee. Is someone going to go and make a half caffeinated coffee? What's the point?
Maybe. There's a lot of half-wits in the world.
I don't get it.
How do you know? There's a lot of half-wits everywhere. I know a few myself, personally.
I don't get it at all. But
we think we want to...
Maybe it's me missing the point. Maybe this is just my opinion. I'd love to hear other people's opinions because it might give me a broader spectrum and a different viewpoint. So if you've got something to say on this, I'd love to hear it.
Whether I'm right or wrong. Just been re-released. I'm not going to mention the name, but I know I'm right. So I need to say no more. There's a time and a place when you sign up like I did and you pay your £55 for your 2 kegs and your glasses. The glass is somewhat disappointing. You know you're getting 3.2.
At least you're not going to have to pour it away. It's not disgusting.
It delivered. I've already scored it on the last video. I'm not going to score it again. Of course, it delivered, and it was delivered, and it delivered there. I am going to thoroughly enjoy them 2 kegs. What I might do with them 2 kegs is with that and the Bud Light, go through all the high-powered kegs and wait till there's 2 left, and then someone says, "Oh, I'll have one of them with you," because people change, and some people don't. What can I say? Thanks for watching. It's bonjour.